welcome back to my channel, Manga Hoarder. My name is Laura, and today we are doing our February TBR. If you want, you can go back and watch our January TBR. What we're doing is we're doing a joint TBR between myself and my sister Jennifer. That's that person. And we have gone through our room, our collection, have chosen books that both of us want to read this year for some reason, mostly because we're really bad at picking up these titles and reading them. And we thought that this would be a good way for us to read through some of those titles that we just sort of forget are there. So what we've done is we have wrapped all of these books that we've chosen, 50 in total, wrapped them up in wrapping paper. Every month we're going to choose 4 books each. We are rolling a dice to determine which books we are unwrapping. So I ended up rolling a 2, Jennifer rolled a 1. That means that she goes first since her roll was smaller. It also determines how many dice we use in order to count which book we're going to pick. So she ended up rolling a 6. A 6, so she chose the 6th book, and 7, 8, 9, right? To choose 4 books. I ended up rolling 7 with my 2 dice, and I ended up choosing the 7th book, and 8, 9, 10. So the 4 books there. In addition to not knowing exactly what we're going to be reading because they are wrapped up in paper, thankfully they're books we've chosen for ourselves, but we have also added in prompts randomly into the book. So we don't know which books have prompts. We don't know what prompts we're going to get. We don't know if we're going to get any or if we're going to get a lot. So we could end up having a large TBR or a small TBR. And we learned this really well last time because Jennifer ended up getting some really special prompts in hers. So first we're going to go through what we ended up choosing to read last month, see how we did, and then we will unwrap and see what we're going to read in February. So I guess I'll go first just to see what we had. So I ended up unwrapping Storm Fairy by Osamu Tezuka, 5 centimeters per second by Makoto Shinkai, Satoshi Kon's Opus, and also Andromeda Stories by Keiko Takemiya. So these are the 4 that I unwrapped. And then, for my prompt, I had a book, read a book that is not manga, or a graphic novel that's not manga, and I chose Nelvana of the Northern Lights by Adrian Dingle. So of the titles that I read, I did end up reading all of the ones I unwrapped. Not a huge TBR. Andromeda Stories is the only one who had additional volumes, so I ended up reading 6. I read 6. I read all of the ones I unwrapped because I'm really good at reading.
You're so mean.
I did start Nelvana. I think I read the first 2 stories in it. It wasn't exactly what I was expecting, and one of the things about it is that the stories are written at kind of really different intervals, and so the characters and the story kind of general rules of the story change quite a bit. In addition to that, it's quite racist, which I wasn't anticipating. I was sort of expecting that it was supposed to be more sensitive or more kind of self-aware. At least that's sort of my impression of it. A little more racist than I was expecting, so it's going to be a little slower to read through. I am still going to read through it, but I didn't end up completing that.
Oh, I can't believe you didn't finish.
One title. I can't believe it. I did so badly.
So bad.
So what did you end up unwrapping, Jennifer?
Sigh. Well, let me tell you. I unwrapped Bat Manga by Jiro Kuwata, Twilight Stars by Natsuki Takaya.
Twinkle Stars.
Twinkle Stars? What did I say?
Twilight Stars.
Twilight Stars. Close enough. Aka 13 by Natsumi Ono. And then House of Five Leaves, that was also by Natsumi Ono. Of these series, every single one of them had additional volumes in it. Twinkle Stars, I think, is at 5. I can't check because the other ones are in my bedroom. Bat Manga had 3. Aka 13 had 6. And House of Five Leaves had 8, I think. I ended up reading the first 2 volumes of Twinkle Stars, first volume of Bat Manga. I didn't start Aka 13, and I read the first 3 volumes of House of Five Leaves. So a downright failure for all of the ones that I chose, but I do intend on continuing on with all of them until they are completed.
It's not the biggest failure though, because you started 3 of them and you read additional volumes in 2 of them, right? So,
Right.
like, you still read as much,
It was a failure.
but it was a failure.
It was
She's
a big failure.
and we should all make her feel bad about it.
So then, my additional prompts that I got in my volumes was to read a Japanese volume. I had chosen Doraemon when we'd done the video earlier, or I completed the video earlier, but I decided that I was not in the mood to try to read Doraemon, so I ended up reading Hajime no Ippo instead. But this one I also didn't 100% finish, so I still have just a fair amount left to go. But I think that's actually pretty good, considering how quickly I read Japanese. And then the last prompt that I had was to read a book or a series that was over 15?
It was either 20 or 30.
Oh, maybe 20. Over 20 volumes. So then I read all of Claymore by Noriho Yagi. I read volumes 2 through 27, so I did read all of that. I didn't read this volume because I had read that one just the previous month, so I think in that respect I did pretty good. And overall I did read 44 volumes throughout the entire month, so there was a couple in addition to what I had read here, so okay.
But
Not
you were
perfect.
supposed to read 50 and you only read 45. I am
mortified.
Disappointed.
I am mortified.
Disappointed. I'm upset with you. I just can't believe it.
I need to work on my priorities.
Yeah. So we were looking at this, and I know a lot of people who play games for TBRs and they do punishments. We did decide that we weren't going to punish ourselves. There's no point in punishing ourselves with more reading because we either are going to read or not. So that doesn't really make any sense. And there's no way we're getting rid of our comics. Yeah, so that just doesn't make sense. So there isn't really anything.
We're also going to read what we want when we want to read, regardless of what the option is.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you know, I think this worked out really well. It certainly forced me to read, because if I didn't have this video coming up where I had to say, well, guess what I read this month, I probably wouldn't have read at all. So for me, this was a huge success because I'm not reading right now, almost at all. I'm not in the mood.
Mm.
I mean, I enjoyed everything I read, but I would rather be studying, which is weird.
It's really weird. It's fun, but weird.
Yeah, I'm enjoying myself quite a lot, but it's a very strange mental block.
It's a different exercise.
Yeah.
Reading versus trying to study in order to be able to read.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. I did read a couple of other things as well. I have made it halfway through Princess Bride, the novel, and I also read this Japanese volume by Hisai Iwaoka, Yume no Soko, which is a Japanese title that we bought the first time we went to Japan, and it has always been just really out of reach. It has too much kanji in it, so it was too hard to read.
Also, first time we went to Japan.
Oh, we did the same.
Very exciting. It's a good story. You should read this one too.
This was quite cute. It's a bunch of short stories about a girl who's potentially in a coma, and she's helping people who are at sort of like end of life, kind of talking about their dreams or their wishes, or sort of like some feelings that they have, I think, capturing their feelings. So it was quite good. I was amazed how much I understood. I knew less kanji in this than I originally thought when I was flipping through it. I was like, oh yeah, I can read everything. Couldn't read everything, but I'm still way further ahead than I was before. So I really enjoyed this. I ended up reading this because of the buzzword challenge that Books and Lala is doing. So I am going to be participating in that challenge every month in addition to this unwrapping. But I'm only going to be participating in it by reading Japanese language manga. So this one was for January and the prompt was dream. So this is about dreams. So I think that was it for everything we read. Of the things you ended up reading, what was your favorite?
My favorite was this one, even though I didn't actually complete it all the way. But my favorite of the English volumes was surprisingly this one. And not just because it was Batman. I have an entertaining, sort of nostalgic feeling towards Batman from my youth. But it sort of felt like I was reading Adam West Batman TV show, and I just really, really found that entertaining. It's
super campy.
Super campy, really, really fast-paced, very, very quick and succinct conclusions to everything. And I just really liked how entertainingly paced it was. So I was just fully enjoyed it.
That's fun. So you're going to keep reading that in February, maybe? Well, depending on how long your TBR is?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suspect that my TBR won't be as treacherous as this last one was, but I'm planning on actually completing the rest of these, all of them, in February, if I can. If not, they're just going to continue to go on to the next TBR. It doesn't. They're until the end of the year. They're going to get completed. It's the plan.
My favorite read of the month was Andromeda Stories by Keiko Takemiya. This is a year 24 member. And this is a science fiction title, shonen title. It very much, like, very vintage, very tropey, about, you know, twins that are born, you know, prince and princess twins, and one is sent away because, you know, twins is a bad omen, plus there was sort of an invasion of this weird alien, mechanical alien race that was destroying humanity. On and on it goes. And I will talk about this all in a future video, but it, the way that it concludes and the way that it ties together and the way that the story itself is framed was just so fantastic. There were some really interesting ideas in it, exploring, I think, the ideas of utopia and how that really is just a dystopian idea. I like this quite a lot, so I am really hopeful that I'm the person who ends up unwrapping 2 Terra, which is also wrapped in these papers, because I really want to read more Keiko Takemiya. I really do. So I was really happy with these. I would highly recommend checking them out if you have a chance. They're quite out of print by now.
Mm-hmm. I also don't think you got them in your choices this time. The size of your books look like they don't match.
Oh yeah, my books look pretty big.
Mm-hmm.
You might have gotten it.
I may have gotten it.
You got something else that I want to read and I'm annoyed with you.
Oh. I look forward to it.
Yeah. So, did you want to start or do you want me to start?
I can start.
Okay. So we're just going to unwrap the books one after the other and we'll see how it goes. It's not going to be as bad as last time. I'm confident. You can't have 50 titles on your... Well, you maybe with that one. There are a couple left.
Feeling this one, there's a possibility this could be a long series.
Mm.
Just from this one little bit here. I'm going to start with purple again, because last time it went so well, and I started with purple last time.
Okay.
So, we're going to do that. See what's going on here. Oh. This is not what I was thinking, but not a bad thing. Saturn Apartment by...
Hisai Iwaoka.
Hisai Iwaoka.
Well, that's the same author as Yume no Soko.
Yeah.
So that's nice.
It looks like it'll be really cute. I haven't read any of this one previously, so.
I think it's a little dry but whimsical, and that's sort of how I felt with this one. It was whimsical.
Well, I've heard a lot of people say that they enjoy this one, so I'm not.
Yeah, I think it'll be good. It'll be good.
It'll be a good one. Should I do more?
Did you check to see if you have a prompt?
Absolutely not. Why would I do that?
Oh, wait, we could save it till later.
No. Let's not say we did. Oh no! We're starting off just as well. We've got a prompt.
Yay!
And this prompt says, read a mystery or a thriller manga, which is good. Does that mean I have to read a whole series or just the end of a series?
Up to you.
Because if it's just the end of a series, I know what I want to read.
Oh, okay, great. What, Bat manga?
No. That's hardly a mystery.
It's Detective Comics.
Yes.
Oh, well, I'm going to just start in the order that I got them, which is flower wallpaper. I can't remember, again, what these are, so we're just going to open them and I'm not even going to guess, because I don't know. I don't know. How do I open this? I don't know that either.
Oh, I know this.
I know what it is.
I know this whole section.
Oh.
Do I have some of that one? Oh, I do.
You gray. Oh, you get to read some. So this is very shiny. This is Barbara by Osamu Tezuka, and it says on the front explicit content.
Ooh,
I can't believe it. I actually don't know what this particular story is about. Helen McCarthy says it's mischievous and maddening, and a baffling book, so that'll be interesting. Oh, it's inspired by the classic opera Tales of Hoffmann by Jacques Offenbach. Tezuka's most psychological and unsettling work, shattering the fine line between art and madness with masterful precision. Ooh, that sounds good.
It does sound really good.
Yeah. Yeah, okay, I can't wait to read it. I don't want to open it.
You're not gonna get any. They're all mine. Don't worry. Yeah, well, see? Proof positive. I'm the only one who's getting any prompts.
Yay! Okay, well that's good. I won't worry anymore. They're all Jenny's.
So my next one is going to be in this colored paper. It's a little bit thicker than the other one. I feel like...
Aww!
It's so funny.
Jerk.
Remember when I said I might actually get Totara in mine? Ta-da!
Sucks.
So we were discussing on whether or not this was going to be a continuation, sort of the one that Laura just read. So if you're entertained, maybe I should read that one first anyway.
Maybe.
Look at this.
Well, since it's unwrapped, I might read it.
That is mine.
Oh, I'll wait for you to read it. I'll read it next month.
I'll read it on the 29th of February.
You suck. You suck, you suck, you suck.
So my prompt.
Yay.
Read a red manga.
R-E-D. That could be anything.
R-E-D, red.
That could be anything.
Yeah, there are so many comics in here that have got red on them, or have the red as part of their title. I'll have to think about that one. I don't have any specific ones that are coming to mind right away. I don't know. Oh.
This is the same paper.
That is the same paper.
So it means it's a vintage 70s, 80s one. Which
or
is
similar.
It's pretty thin. It feels pretty light. It's not too terrible.
No, it's not. I'm sorry.
Oh, but this is a good pick. This is a different era than I was thinking.
That is a good pick. I've read that one already.
Yay!
We added that one because I wanted to read it again.
Yeah, this is Badass Babe, Sex and Fury, and Other Stories by Bone Taro.
It's really, really good.
It's short stories though, right?
Yeah. And The coloring is magnificent.
Yeah, the colors it's fantastic. They print on this. Well, hello.
Mm-hmm.
There's a lot of hello in here, so I can't share more than that.
Mm-hmm. There's some stories in there that are not so nice.
Oh yes, 5 classic stories from the Gekika and Tattoo Everyman.
But I don't know, I enjoyed every single story that was in there,
60s.
and they're all different. Oh, I'm excited. What do you get?
What did I get?
What do you got there?
I got a prompt. Oh, I get easy stuff. There you go. Complete or catch up a series you have started.
So that's anything.
That's pretty much everything because I never finish reading stuff. Ever. Ooh, this is your Tezuka title.
Mm-hmm. This is what we're going to open here.
I know what it is. It's Tezuka.
Is it Tezuka?
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow.
How did you know? I'm so excited. I'm kind of hoping it's one specific series. Oh, it's not Tezuka.
Oh, it's not Tezuka at all.
You lied to me. I was hoping it was going to be a specific Tezuka, but apparently I don't have to read any Tezuka after all.
Oh.
It's very interesting. I was actually looking forward to it.
Aww.
I'm a little bit disappointed. I may have to choose one otherwise, like Unico or something, because I know that one's not in there.
Yeah, that's true.
It was the wrong size. So, it's Pluto by Naoki Urasawa, I think. Is that what it is? Yes.
Yeah, Urasawa.
Which is inspired by Astro Boy's story, if I recall.
Mm-hmm. You should find out what story it is and then also read that story.
Fair enough.
You don't have to read all of Astro Boy. What you got Freedom?
Freedom! Nothing in there.
That's kind.
I was thinking the binding on here is
Pretty loose.
it's pretty loose. We're gonna lose the cover on this one, so be careful.
Carefree. I got purple. Purple means general and long series. It also means
good.
It means good but danger.
Mm-hmm.
This could be Master Keaton.
Are you gonna get Master Keaton?
I think it is.
Is it heavy? Could be Master Keaton.
It's got the edge.
Well, that's what I keep on feeling all of the other books. So, like, if you can feel that it's got French flaps, kind of, you have a general idea of what sort of section it might have come from.
Yeah, or who's the publisher
Yeah.
is. Alright, let's see. Let's see how dangerous this is. What is it? Oh, it's not.
I'm really good at guessing.
Yeah, it's so bad. That's good.
This is a series you can finish.
Yeah. It's true. It's a series that I can finish. I might restart it though, because it's short. Mm-hmm. And I feel like you really need the build-up. Children of the Sea by Daisuke Igarashi. I have read actually all of this except for the last volume.
Surprise.
Surprise, surprise. It's beautiful. It's really interesting, psychological kind of, what's that word? I don't know. It's gone. Doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm looking forward to it. I think it's about children who have sort of a connection to the sea or maybe are born in the sea. Sea life, I think, is disappearing. Not necessarily dying, but disappearing. There's some weird stuff going on.
Sad.
It's been a while. Yeah, I feel like it's really sad. Mm-hmm. Have you read this?
No.
That's probably why, because you think it's going to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
I am anticipating it's been great. You know, big old 5-star read. But I haven't finished reading it, so I'm looking forward to it. This will be good. Nice and short, too.
5 volumes?
5 or 6. I can't remember. So far, pretty short. Haha.
As expected.
Yes.
It's really pretty too.
Yeah, it's got really nice looking art.
Mm-hmm. It's whimsical. A little bit.
Oh, whimsy.
Whimsy.
Alright. Is this your last one?
This is my last one.
I'm pretty sure I know what it is.
This one is an ultra thin one.
I'm disappointed because I want to be the one who picks it. So you basically have the TBR that I want.
You
I'm
should have
upset.
just switched. Nobody would have had any of the last one.
They would have, because I can see you picking it up.
True. Oh, I see, I see. This one's a reread for me. I read this one a few times at this point. We've only had it for, I guess, a couple of years now, maybe.
A little over a year, I
A
think.
little over a year. But it's really, really good. It was a gift to Laura. And I really
San Mateo.
appreciated it so much.
Yeah. I want to read it.
You can read it later.
Okay.
You can read it today. It doesn't take very long. And then you can read it after that.
Okay.
It's really good. The danger. Oh,
Freedom.
freedom!
Yay.
Yay.
Nice short one, too.
Oh no, it's only 3 volumes.
And they're skinny. Basically barely bigger than a floppy.
Mm-hmm. Excellent.
You got some decent amount.
Ooh.
Not obnoxious like last time.
No.
Maybe. With the prompt, we'll find out, eh? I have one last. Did you unwrap anything in this paper?
No, I did not.
So this is the other vintage, I think. Oh no, this is the silly category. This is the silly category.
The silly category?
I'm pretty sure.
The romancy-ish one?
Yeah.
Probably.
Another silliness.
Mm.
Alright, well, we'll see.
More modern, anyway.
Modern silliness. Oh! Another series I could just finish.
Princess Jellyfish.
This is a long one. This is a long one. Princess Jellyfish. I have started reading this. I've read about the first 3 or 4 volumes, not the whole thing. It's only 9. So it's not crazy. It's a little bit longer. It's about a group of women who they live together in an apartment. They're essentially otaku of some variety. The main character really loves jellyfish, and then enters this other character here who just sort of invades their space and brings them out into the world. Yeah. I guess that's as much as I need to share. But it was really cute, but then I just sort of started to fall out of interest in the next couple volumes, so this will be good because it'll help push me past that and finish it. Because I suspect that it was just sort of suffering from that like middle volume syndrome of things get a little boring in the middle. I know this is well loved, I know it's well liked, and there's a reason for it, and I will look forward to reading it.
I really liked the first volume. I've only read the first volume, but I really enjoyed it too.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it was a good volume. I think the characters are fun. And I think that the direction it goes is quite fun, but yeah, there was just something about those next volumes. I'm just slowly... There are going to be some really rough unwrappings coming up. Mm-hmm. Because if I'm only getting... This is the second time I've only gotten 1. Mm-hmm. It means that one of us is going to get 5.
Or 6.
Yeah.
It's a possibility. And
it's a possibility to get 6, I know. So good. So we're just going to pick our other books. We'll let you know what our TBR is here in a second. We'll be right back. Mm-hmm. So we're back.
Hello. It's been so long.
It has. I left the room.
It's been at least 4 minutes.
Was it longer than that? Was it? I don't know, 6 minutes.
Oh, wow.
So what did you choose for your prompts?
Well, I chose some really good ones. Or at least ones that I anticipate are going to be nigh on excellent. Ooh, dropped my prompt. Hold on.
Hi.
So my first prompt was this one here, which is to read a mystery or thriller manga. And since we've decided that I can finish a series if I feel so inclined, or just read some of a series, I have decided to continue on with reading Kindaichi's Case Files by Yasuburo Kanari and Fumiya Sato. These are all self-contained detective stories centering around the grandson of the great detective Kindaichi, while he solves mostly mystery, or mostly murder mystery stories. And they're sort of in the same kind of style of mystery, at least I feel like they are, as watching Murder, She Wrote. So they're quite entertaining and
Cozy?
cozy.
Cozy.
They're nice. I really like them.
Yeah, no, they're quite good.
I only have 4 left from our collection to complete. We don't have a full series or full set of the series, but what we have and what I've read has been really, really fun. The other prompt I had was to read a red manga, and after some very short choosing, took nigh on about 30 seconds, I chose Red Red Rock, not Red Red Room, Red Red Rock by Hayashi Seiichi, and this is a Gekika series that looks like it's going to be quite entertaining to read. It's a bunch of short stories, and I think it should be good.
Mm-hmm. Looks like there's an essay at the back too.
Yeah, by Ryan Holmberg. Also, just like the art in general for this is very intriguing. I've not read it before, but we've had it in our collection for some time, and
Too long.
Too long. It fits in with this project. It's what it does.
Mm-hmm. So I only had one prompt, and that's to complete or catch up reading a series. I just decided to choose something short that I have started reading before, and I'm in the mood for.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I'm in the mood for that as well.
Right? Why? I don't know why, but I have chosen Back in a Young. This is by Toyokazu Matsunaga. It's only a 3-volume series. I have only read the first volume, I think, possibly.
I've read into the second volume.
I don't know if I've finished reading the second volume, so we're probably about the same place. It's very brutal.
Very violent.
Violent.
Quite funny, but really, really violent.
Really violent.
Obscenely violent.
Surprisingly violent. So violent.
But funny.
But kind of funny, but you're not sure if you should laugh because it's awful. That's just probably why it's been a while since we picked it up, because it is a little bit hard to read.
Because it's so violent.
It's shocking. It's shocking.
Cavalierly violent.
Anyway, so that is the title that I'm choosing to read, because that is what I'm in the mood for. Violence, I guess. I'm in the mood for these kind of pulp titles, I think. And then the other thing I'm doing, like I mentioned it before, is that I'm participating in the Buzzword Readathon. So I'm going to add it here because it is also manga. The prompt for February is to throw your book on the floor. The prompt for February is to read a title with a color in it. And so I have chosen Ao no Frag, or Blue Flag. And we do have the first volume only in both Japanese and English. I bought this long before the English version came out. I was recommended by Japanese Ammo with Misa. So Misa recommended this, and it was a little too advanced for me. There's a bit of kanji in here that don't have the pronunciation furigana. But now that I am able to read a lot more kanji than before, I thought I would give this a shot. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Also, it's nice and short. I think I'm going to try and keep the buzzword prompts to short titles.
We have volume 1 and 2 in English.
Oh, we do. Mm-hmm. It wasn't on the shelf.
It's probably in my bedroom.
Ah. Sounds good. So, of all of the titles that I've picked up, I have 20 volumes to read. So here is my TBR stack. So we've got 9 volumes of Princess Jellyfish, 5 for Children of the Sea, Back in a Young is 3, as you see. Ao no Flag is 1, what's this, Barbara is 1, Badass Babe is 1, so it just adds up.
And this is my little stack here, and I think mine adds up to about 26. So we've got Saturn Apartments, which is 7, Totera, which is 3, can't see that one.
Pluto.
Pluto, which is 8. Domu, children. Well, I didn't even say what it was before. Domo, a children's dream. It's really good. You should read it.
Yeah.
Domu, which is 3, which is really equal to 1. Red Rock and Other Stories, which is 1. And then the final 4 volumes of Kindaichi Case Files.
So much easier than last month.
That's half of what I had last month.
Yeah.
So it's going to be hopefully easier. But you never know how the month is going to turn out and what I end up actually being in the mood to read. So
yeah,
we'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see how it goes.
Well, you have a better chance of completing it.
Yeah. Better odds.
Yeah. Mine is worser odds, just because I'm not reading so much. But I guess I'll have to really build it into my schedule or something. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So I think that's it for February. That's what we're planning on reading. I have a couple of other things that I'm reading, like novels, which I'll talk about in a different video. And I will wrap up what I read in January also in different videos. This is just the TBR. So, go to it.
I'm so excited.
Are you? Excited to not be suffering this time?
I'm excited that it's not going to be as cumbersome as it was last time.
Yeah.
Although at the beginning of January I was reading like a champ, and then at the end of January I have hardly read anything, so we'll see how February goes.
Ebbs and flows.
Mm-hmm.
That's alright. Anyway, I think that's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know which one of these titles you want to read the most. And I guess that's it, so we'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.
Bye!